Welcome, everybody. My name is Steven Chilton, and I'm your co-host for this evening. Welcome to the Jesus Chatline. Oh, do you want to? Oh, let's try that again. Let's just here, just a minute here. Hang on. Okay, do one, okay, just a second. Okay. 1, 2. Jesus Chatline. That was good. Okay. Okay, so thank you for joining us. We're glad to have you all here. We have a wonderful show for you this evening. Richard is here. And we have a special surprise for you this evening. For the first time in the history of the Jesus Chatline, we have a live, in-studio guest with us. And I'm going to leave it to Richard to reveal who that guest is in the next segment. But I guarantee you'll want to stick around. It's going to be very interesting. So a big welcome to everybody. We see a lot of familiar faces here. We see Sweets and Roadhammer and Wild-Haired Witch. And Turtle is here. Mojo is here. And a whole host of other people. Mark Vaughan has also joined us, and yes. So we're going to start off by taking a couple of your calls. And our phone number, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, is 510-306-1097. Good evening, and welcome to the Jesus Chatline. Hi, go ahead, caller.
Hi, just wanted to discuss the Neon Bible.
Okay, well, you've come to the right place for that. For those who are joining us for the first time, Richard Burnish has written the Neon Bible.
All right, awesome. Well, I went to Catholic school
Mm-hmm.
as a boy, right? There was a nun.
Uh-huh.
And, well, she wasn't a very friendly nun. She would beat me, and she put me like in the trash can, and I was just pushed around and just treated very unfairly. For example, would the Neon Bible help me recover from just my scars from my childhood at the Catholic school? For example, how would the Neon help me deal with this?
Well, it will help you to get through it. First of all, I'm very sorry that you had to go through that kind of experience, caller. The good thing about the Neon Bible is it's only 76 pages as opposed to the King James Bible, which I think is like about 500 pages. So it's an accelerated program. The other thing I want to point out is that the schools we run and the Bible camps that we run, there is no such abuse. All our counselors and staff are screened. So we do not condone any of that behavior.
Yeah, right. It's terrible. But the thing is, the nun caught me masturbating during church, and she told me I was going to hell. But see, I mean, I was just hoping maybe the Neon Bible can get me into heaven.
It can, sir. It can. How old were you when this happened?
I was 12.
Oh, 12? Okay. Well, sir, 1995. If you pay the price of 1995, you are going to put yourself well on the way to redemption. I promise you that.
I can still go to heaven because I mean I blew my load like all over the priest during the.
Sir, if we, sorry, this.
I just fucking blew a goddamn load all over the.
Okay, I apologize for that. I'm going to warn everybody right now that we are on the internet and you're going to expect a large degree of rough talk. We expect that, but we will hang up on those types of calls immediately. We're here on the internet, Ground Zero. Hi, Wild-Haired Witch. How are you this evening? We are on the internet at Ground Zero on Vaughan Live to stop the filth. Now, there's a trade-off that there's going to be some rough talk, but we will fight through it. We're going to now take another call. Go ahead. We have... Go ahead.
Cabbage Patch.
Cabbage Patch?
Yeah, up here in Canada, remember?
Ah, yes, Cabbage Town.
Yeah. I was reading Neon Bible about the internet piracy part.
Mm-hmm.
And is it true that, what I believe is that internet piracy causes the homosex?
Is this some kind of a joke? I thought I heard a laugh.
Is he laughing?
I'll give him
He's laughing, Steven.
I'll give him a minute to compose himself. This might not be a joke. I just want to point out, while we're talking about torrents and internet piracy, ironically enough, the Neon Bible we found the other day leaked as a torrent. We were very discouraged by this. We did put a stop to it, though. The police were alerted, and the hearings will be next week. And we're very... the pastor just texted you. Oh, okay. All right. Are you still on the line, caller?
Yeah, I'm very sorry. It's very sad for me. It's quite personal.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe my son's been doing this torrent and stuff, the internet piracy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he might be homosex.
Okay.
Do you have any programs that can maybe help stop this internet piracy?
To stop piracy.
Yeah.
That's something that we're still working on. The only thing I can suggest is that whoever's hosting your domain, I would alert them, and they could try to stop the piracy.
You ever think that'll work?
Yeah. Like I know that GoDaddy will try and stop it.
Well, I know up here in Canada, they don't got that stuff up here.
Oh, okay, that's unfortunate.
It's all that AOL stuff. You think they'll do it?
AOL has been known to be very active in stopping piracy. Yes.
Do you have any experience with that AOL stuff?
Yeah, Richard and I use nothing but AOL exclusively because it offers us very high bandwidth at a very good price.
Do you have any 12-step programs down there?
We have a homo detox program, and it's accelerated. And what happens is all Homo sapiens are allowed to join it, and they will be treated on an accelerated basis. And we can't hear the callers. Is that true? We ask for your patience, caller. Is there an issue, Richard, with anything that we can do to say a couple words for us, caller?
Jesus Chatline rules, and I love the Neon Bible.
Great, I can hear that on this end quite well.
It might be just me on this payphone here.
Just hang with us 1 minute while Richard is fixing the technical. Okay, go ahead, caller.
All right. Well, I just want to know how much y'all charge for that there homo detox.
Oh, it's $399, and it's a 3-day program. Okay, good. We're all good now.
All right. Does that also include the accelerated Bible camp you all have?
That is extra. The accelerated Bible camp is extra.
Do y'all have a package I can use to, get it all in there?
A which?
Like a package.
Oh yeah.
He's talking about your package.
What we're offering is it's $399 for the whole. Yeah, it's just a second. Yeah, I will. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. What we're offering, it's called Richard's Package. Okay? Richard's Package. Normally what it is it's $399 for the Homo sapien detox, and it's $399 for the accelerated Bible camp, and we are offering it for the price of $798, all inclusive. Yes.
All right, that's a great deal. But another question. My son, he seems to try to do these homosex things with me, and I don't really like it. How can I like a deterrent for him?
Well, I think you need to just notify him about the dangers of it, and that it's not the proper thing. Okay, I hope that was good advice. Thank you, caller. Thank you for joining us from Cabbagetown. So, okay, we're off to a good start. We've had a couple serious calls. Basically, what I invite you all to do is grab a dad's cream from the fridge and a slice of cherry pie and sit back, because it's going to be a wonderful evening. We have our special guest coming up. Okay? And before we get to that, though, we're going to take a couple more of your calls. Okay? Go ahead, caller.
Hello, am I on the air?
You are on the air. Go ahead.
Fucking goddamn shit, cunt, bitch, fuck.
Okay, that was some of the rough talk that I warned you about. Go ahead, caller. You're on the Jesus Chatline with Steven Chilton. Is there somebody on the other end of the line?
Hello?
Hi, caller. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes,
Who am
are
I
we
speaking with?
My name is Steven Chilton, and you are, sir?
This is Leeroy Sinclair. I've not gotten my 2 boxes of beer and a bottle of whiskey yet. What's the holdup?
Leeroy?
I sent you my mailing address. What's going on? Am I going to have to come down there and get it?
Just stick to your last name only, Leeroy. We are on the internet, and we don't want you to have any.
What for? You used it already on the show. Why do I got to stick to it? Only have first name.
Listen, who is this really? Because
this is Leeroy Sinclair.
From Norway House?
Is this the Leeroy Sinclair from Norway House?
Yes, this is the Leeroy Sinclair from Norway House.
We sent you a package that contained beads, and these beads were meant.
I don't want beads. I get beads. I'm going to turn them into anal beads, and I'm going to ram them up your butts.
Sir, I will hover the finger that operates the mouse. I will hover it over ban. In fact, I'm going to ask right now, Roadhammer, please be ready. Oh, no, you can't ban someone who's calling in. Okay, go ahead, caller.
Why would you ban me? Because I said butts.
What was that?
Why are you going to ban me? I'm not even in the chat room.
I think we can work this out. Sir, are you a religious man?
No, I'm not a religious man.
Are you aware that this is a religious channel?
Yes, I'm aware this is a religious channel, and I'm also aware that somebody on that channel has been pretending to be me, and I'm not happy about it. I called in last time you guys were on the air, and I thought we may be a peaceful resolution, but that fell down deaf ears. I need to speak to Richard. Put Richard on the mic.
Richard is not in the room right now. Richard? Sir, I'm sure
patient man.
I'm sure we can work this out.
Man, I'm willing to compromise. Like, come on, I don't think 2 boxes of beer and a bottle of whiskey is too much to ask for.
Would you like to talk to this man? Okay. I don't just give me 1 second now. I'm really questioning Leeroy if I'm actually talking to the real Leeroy, because we have had Leeroy on this channel before. And this doesn't sound quite like Leeroy. And you're speaking to me in a very abusive manner. and I don't appreciate it. This is a religious channel. Do I make myself clear? Okay, we have somebody else here on the line as well. Go ahead.
This is Leeroy Sinclair. Let me tell you this right now. You got someone up and impersonating me on your show, and I'm goddamn sick of it.
Okay, so now we have somebody else claiming to be Leeroy here.
Listen, I'm not going to turn the line. I won't I swear that I'm going to tell you this right now. Coming in on the show, and they're telling you that it's Leeroy Sinclair. Leeroy Sinclair from Norway House. Leeroy Lee Sinclair from Norway House. And me and my brother, you care, but me and my brother, you say that a couple of guys each other.
You're breaking up, Leeroy. Perhaps you can try to get some better reception. Oh, we lost the call. Okay, give us a call back, Leeroy. We lost that. We're off to a bit of a confusing start here. We're just going to move on though. Wrong button. Okay, go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Hi, you are on the air with the Jesus Chatline.
I am?
Yes.
Hello? Hello?
Go ahead.
How's it going today?
It's going very well.
I was just wondering how I could get my son on the road to redemption.
You want to get your son on the road to redemption?
Mm-hmm.
Give us a little bit of background.
Well, I don't know, he's just been acting up lately. I mean, he's acting out of line. He's not doing well in school.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, there's a lot of young people that have phases of rebellion. That's not entirely abnormal. How old is your son?
He's 12.
He's 12, okay. Okay, go on.
Yeah, and I just don't know how to deal with him. He's getting out of hand.
Well,
how much would it cost for me to send him to that school you've been talking about?
it's $399. We do have another option, though, that you could try first.
What could I try first?
Well, what it is it's a shirt that we sell that has no sleeves. And what you do is you put this shirt on, and then you just...
A shirt, as in like a T-shirt?
It's like a muscle shirt kind of thing.
I'm kind of starting to doubt that would work. If it's just a shirt, I want the full package.
Well, what it is if you join the Accelerated Bible Camp for $399, we will...
Yeah, that's what I'm looking into.
We will include the shirt. And what you do
you get the
is...
shirt and the school?
Yes, and what you do is put on the shirt, and it will not restrict your shoulder movement, and then just start doing some shoulder stretches like this.
But you have to go to school every day in the same shirt?
Just park your car across the street and wait for their recess, or is that what they call it?
What are you talking about right now?
I'm hearing laughter.
No, I'm not.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay, we're gonna take one more, and then Richard, are you ready to take over? Okay, gonna take one more call, and then we're gonna move on. Welcome to the show, caller. You are live on the Jesus Chatline.
Oh, hello, Steven. I'm a longtime viewer of the show. I love it. I can't get enough.
Great.
But recently, I've fallen off the path.
Okay.
And it sounds like you have the answer to that. So I came to express interest in Richard's package.
Yes.
Is that what you call it?
Yes.
So what will Richard's package get me? Because You know, I've done some pretty horrible shit. Forgive me. Stuff. I've done some horrible stuff in the past few weeks.
Yep.
And I want to know if Richard's package is all I need.
Richard's package is all you need. Richard's package is in demand. It's a large package that you will receive, and it will be the answer to everything. Now, I don't want to give away all the secrets to the package. We are going to make a video, though, on Richard's package very shortly.
All right, because it does sound like a large package, and that's what I need right now, is a large package to turn me back onto Jesus. So how much does this package cost again?
I'm sorry. How much it costs? The package, it's a good package deal.
What will it take for me to get this package in my hands? Because I want to get my hands on this package.
The man wants the package, Steven. How much does it cost?
$798.
All right. So I'm expecting a lot of package because that is a lot of money, and you know, tough times right now.
I'm sorry, Richard just told me a joke. By no means, sir, am I trying to make light of your situation here. Richard likes to have fun. We're in a good mood tonight. So
yes,
let's get
I
back to
understand.
Let's get back to
like
Richard's.
I said, I've watched the show for a while.
Yeah, you've seen us on C-Band then.
Yes, I've been following you since C-Band through the few shows on Justin TV.
Which?
Back to Vaughan TV.
Okay. Yeah, Vaughan, yes. I'm not familiar with that last one you mentioned. Okay. So where were we? We were talking about Richard's package.
Yes, I want to get my hands on Richard's package.
Okay, you can. You will receive Richard's package along with a vintage bottle of Dad's Cream.
Oh, I am running low on Dad's Cream right now, so that's really good.
Okay. And it's funny that I'm gonna.
Richard's package is kind of overwhelming at first.
Yeah. I think we're gonna leave it there for now, caller, because Richard is about to take over. But I'd like to thank you for your call. That was wonderful. Please call us back. Richard's package is. What did you say, Richard, about the package?
At first, it seems like it's a lot to take at once.
Yeah, Richard's package can be overwhelming at first.
But as long as you're persistent.
Yes, I understand completely. Thank you for your time.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you,
your
sir.
show. And
thank you, sir.
I will be contacting you about Richard's package. Thank you.
God bless. All right, that was wonderful. I'm so glad that caller called in and we were able to discuss Richard's package. Okay, so speaking of Dad's Cream, we have a guest here tonight, and I'm going to pass things over now to Richard H. Burnish right after this break. Or do you want to just rock the mic right now? Okay, we're going to do a commercial break.
I'll set it up.
You're going to set it up? Okay. Thank you, everybody, and enjoy yourselves this evening. Hope, love, inspiration. Let Richard Burnish show you the way. Host of Jesus Chatline and author of the Neon Bible, Richard's goal is to rid the internet of filth. Life wasn't always easy for Richard, but through the power of our Lord, he was able to overcome the temptations of evil. Let Richard show you God's road to redemption and change your life forever.
Richard Burnish, he influenced my life in a lot of ways, made me who I am today. The path to redemption, yes.
Richard Burnish has changed my life for the positive.
I like his style. It's influential.
For stories, inspiration, song, and your phone calls, join us on our crusade. Richard Burnish.
Who are Richard Burnish and Steven Chilton?
Take care of their own. They help each other out in times of trouble.
They don't drink, don't smoke.
I believe that they help out everybody. They seem very caring, like they care about all people and all walks of life.
They have some strict rules as far as what they can drink, like carbonated drinks.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Jesus Chatline. I am your host, Richard Burnish, and this is the Jesus Chatline. Now, what this is it's an online channel that we're kind of experimenting with. Hello, everybody, and thank you for coming. What it is it's a channel that we kind of started on a C-band satellite system, which we've then moved to online. So it's a call-in show, and what we do here is we take your calls. The number on the bottom of the screen right here. Stephen, is the graphic up? Okay, if there should be a number at the bottom of the screen.
The cross is alias.
Okay. So there should be a number up, and what you do is you call in here for advice if you're going through a bit of a hard time or you need some advice, and we help you. You are among friends. There's no judgment here. Hello to to Harry Witch. Hello to you. So what we do is there's no judgment here. We're just here for advice, okay? Everyone here in the chat room, you're with your fellow Christians here, and we're all here for the same purpose, and that's just to help out. We're a support system for one another. So I would just like to give an amen. If everybody could just type in amen, and just a little, because we like to have fun here. We like to laugh. So amen in the room. There it is. See, just like that. Not gay men. Stephen, somebody said gay men. No, it's amen. Amen. Okay. Yeah. You see, we like to have fun on the show, and we like to do some jokes, all like that, like with amen, and But yeah. So welcome everybody. I am Richard. Stephen, did you tell about the website? Okay, well, we have a website. If somebody could please type in jesuschatline.com, and what that is that is our official web home. Is it home web home? Religion is my thing. I'm not quite familiar with the internet.
Remember that we're on Headspace.
Okay, so AOL keyword Jesus Chatline or jesuschatline.com. And it's a little bit about us, It talks about our neon Bible, the Bible that I have indeed worked on and perfected, and it's there for purchase, and that's why we're here, is to sell our Bible. We're here to sell our Bible, and we're here to promote some of the work that we do. So that's what this show is about. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on and I'm going to take one call here. And then I think they've been waiting long enough, wouldn't you? Is everybody ready for our big surprise?
How long is the pie making, Richard?
Oh, the pie it should be ready. So we should be ready soon. Okay. No, it should be good. Okay. So you ready for the? Okay, we're gonna take one call, and then we're gonna let out the big surprise, I think. Oh, I'd let out the big surprise right now. So we have a guest tonight on the Jesus Chatline. We have a guest to rock the mic. He's traveled all the way from Alabama to speak with you guys tonight. I call him... he's the dads of my dad cream. No, it's my father. It's my father, Richard Burnish Sr. He's here. He took some time off. He is also that's right. It's going to be my father, Richard Sr., all the way from Alabama. You're in for a treat. He took some time off. He is also a pastor down in Alabama in a place called Seton's Creek. Seton's Creek. He has his own establishment there, and he's here. He's here to take a few calls. So I think, are you guys ready to meet Richard Burnish 1 or Richard Burnish Senior? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Hey, Pappy, they're yeah. Okay, so what we'll do, it's Seton's, no, not Satan's Creek. It's not Seton. Seton's Creek. Okay, so maybe he could, he'll take some of your calls. Would you guys be up for that? Maybe. Hey, Pappy, would you like to take a few calls?
A little bit of education. You can show me how to do that.
Well, no, I'll operate the thing. You just take the mic. Oh, wait, get the pie. Get the pie.
I'm taking the pie out of
the
oven.
Okay, bring it over.
It was at 350,
Okay.
350 degrees.
Okay, we're going to take a quick pie break, and we'll be right back and with Richard Burnish Sr. And we'll be right. Yes, it is a cream pie. Yes, it is. We'll be right back after these short messages, and please hang in there for Richard Burnish Sr. My father will be answering your calls. Okay, we'll be right back. Steven, get the pie.
Hope, love, inspiration. Let Richard Burnish show you the way. Host of Jesus Chatline and author of the Neon Bible, Richard's goal is to rid the internet of filth. Life wasn't always easy for Richard, but through the power of our Lord, he was able to overcome the temptations of evil. Let Richard show you God's road to redemption and change your life forever.
Richard Burnish, he influenced my life in a lot of ways, made me who I am today. The path to redemption, yes.
Richard Burnish has changed my life for the positive.
I like his style. It's influential.
For stories, inspiration, song, and your phone calls, join us on our crusade. Richard Burnish.
And we're back. Oh, and we're back. Okay, so as I said before the break, we have my father here, Pappy, Richard Burnish Sr., and he will be taking your calls. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my father, Richard, or Richard Sr., to take some of your calls. So here, we'll just pass it off.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Richard Burnish Sr., and I'm hoping I could answer some of your calls this evening. Hi, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, what's up?
Hi, you're on the air. I thought you'd be asking me what's up.
Yeah, what's up? What are you doing, man?
I mean, we should try another call. Somebody's got stutters.
I've asked the mods to make sure this man is respected.
Hmm.
Hello?
Hey, hi. How are you doing? Boo?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
How are ya?
Not bad, you.
Am I on the air?
You are. We're all listening to you.
Fuck! Goddamn cunt shit piss.
Stop the call.
All right. Somebody has a lot to say. Shall we try another one? All right. Hello.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Randal, and I am a homosexual.
Okay. That's okay.
Oh, thank you. So how you doing?
Not bad, you.
I'm doing pretty good now that you answered. You look pretty good over there. So how long you been his father?
How long?
Yes, please.
Probably about. What's hard to say? Do you believe in DNA?
Oh, you're shy.
No. If you believe in a lot of that DNA science, I guess I was his father all my life.
I'll tell you what, baby. I believe in kismet and in true love.
Say what?
I believe in kismet, true love. So answer it based on that.
Oh, okay. All my life I was his father.
It's not a fucking soundboard, okay? Who is that? Philip Rock? Suck my cock.
Oh, come on.
Oh, wait a second. Hold
it. I thought you had something to actually talk about.
I did.
Okay, so we can leave the dirty bit back. And
Okay, I'm gonna leave all the dirty bits back.
Okay.
I'm thinking about choosing a religion.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And there's a lot of qualities to each religion, and I want to base my decision on a quality of each religion. You know what I'm saying, baby?
Okay, yeah, all right.
Okay. So my question is, if you had, in your wisdom and experience, which religion would have like the largest penis?
Well, if you read the Neon Bible a little bit more, I think everybody, some of the greatest men were all gifted one way or the other.
I believe that too, and that's why I'm going to you right now. Because
a lot of it is a long-term search. You know what I mean?
And I've been searching.
If you just
I don't have
head
the
off
answer.
to one corner, you're not going to find the same thing if you head off to 10 corners.
What?
Some stores are a lot bigger. If you reach in.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I'm just trying to explain religion.
But you're not giving me an answer, though. It's like you're beating around my bush.
Oh, well, then, like I said, I would start off with the Neon Bible and actually get to know that very well.
Okay, let's say, and I mean, you can ask your son. I've already bought the Neon Bible, and I haven't really found my answer yet. So if you had in your best guesstimation, which religion would contain the largest penises? I mean, I'm not talking about length or width, maybe overall weight.
Okay, well, I still go back to, as far as religion goes, I just stick to the Christianity side of things, and
okay, I'm digging that. Why?
Follow just a Neon Bible.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Did Jesus have a big one?
Yeah, I'm sure he had a big cross.
Because you can tell, he worked out and stuff. I saw a lot of stuff, and he's like cut up and like a lot of ripped and stuff, and he stayed on that cross like he had a lot of endurance and stuff. So I can only imagine that Jesus Christ had a big one.
Yeah, you might be right. You obviously, you like to go deep into thoughts, so.
I love going deep, baby.
Yeah.
Don't laugh at me. This is serious.
Well, I am being serious. But obviously you're a very nice guy, and you come across very,
shit,
pleasant.
Huh? What's your first name?
My name is Richard.
Hey, this is Randal.
Pardon me?
My name's Randal, baby.
I understand your name is Randal.
I think you were hitting on me.
No, not really.
You don't like homosexuals? Do you like faggot? Would you rather be a friend with a faggot or a homosexual?
Well, it depends. If I came from the UK, I guess to be a friend with a cigarette wouldn't really work because you
I
would
said
smoke a
faggot,
fag
like,
back then. But
There's a lot of
homosexual-
faggots in chat, okay?
Well, have you ever decided to, like, have you ever thought about going to their camp they have?
Oh, my God. It's like you were reading my mind. Baby, I went to summer camp when I was 13, right?
Yeah.
I met the most amazing person there. The most amazing person.
Did he walk on water?
No, he's my camp guide.
Oh, okay.
And he would teach us how to wash up and stuff like that. And I don't even know where the fuck I'm going with this. Do you want me to? Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with it.
What did you say? You
No, I
said a
I think I know
swear
where
word. I
you're
had to
going
beep
with
it.
it.
What?
No, you were saying that he's taught you how to wash up. So I'm just imagining,
So-
to me right away I think about washing sins right away. But
So you want me to continue with the
what you're
sexy
going with.
story is what you're saying, Richard.
Pardon me?
So you want me to continue with the sexy story?
I don't know if that's like you first asked, about which religion you should follow. So I don't know, like a religion that has a little bit more sex in it might probably be the type of religion that you're looking for.
No, I'm thinking about penetration. I mean, you're asking me now. I mean, you're asking me these questions.
No. I'm just refreshing.
You just did. You asked me a question, did you?
Okay.
Baby?
If I ask you a question, would you answer it? Or no?
Oh, I will. Ask me whatever you want.
Okay. So, are you looking for what kind of are you looking for a religion to follow or a religion to kind of like suit your lifestyle?
I want to fuck.
Okay. So, but how does that answer the question of religion though or
I
lifestyle?
don't know. I'm asking you the question. And it all boils down to, I just want to suck on a big cock.
I think if you follow the Neon Bible, you're gonna get to do that as well. Fornication is there; it's not a problem.
All right, so it all boils down
yeah,
to.
Unfortunately, well, that's why I'm suggesting that you kind of like go to, check out the camp where they like help.
That's what I'll do then. How do I go about signing up for the camp?
Well, I think you'd probably just get in touch with.
Does he have the AIDS?
Pardon me.
Does he have AIDS?
But it sounds this voice, this guy here does. No, you don't have. Have you ever been tested for AIDS?
Yes, I have.
And obviously you're quite the healthy guy.
About 7 years ago, I was tested for AIDS. I was dating a lot of African Americans, and I felt that maybe I should be tested for AIDS 7 years ago, and I was clean. I mean, I feel perfectly fucking healthy right now.
So you haven't done anything for the last 7 years? You've been celibate for the last 7 years?
Oh no, I've been doing a lot of stuff. I mean, but you asked me if I've ever been tested, and I'm not going to lie to you because you're pretty hot.
I know you answered that, but I was just wondering if you actually have been doing anything for the last 7 years. Since then.
So you're going back to asking me sexual questions again.
Well, I'm just trying to see if you. I'm just saying if you should be allowed into our like.
Does this man have AIDS?
I don't have fucking AIDS. I don't. Can do me a favor? You know what? I don't even think that you're his father. Where's Richard? Put him near you. I want to see what he looks like compared to you.
Why wouldn't I be his father?
Because I don't know anymore. You're getting awfully kinky on like
I'm not getting kinky about the whole thing. I'm just asking about getting to the camp.
I'm here to settle this.
Richard, get over there on the camera.
This man I asked for some respect. My father traveled all the way down here from Alabama to help, and he's doing his best. He's not quite familiar with the web shows. And he's here to help. So his question is we, in order to gain access to our homo detox, you need to be clear of AIDS, because if you have the Freddie Mercury disease, then it's too late.
I already told you I was tested 7 years ago. I remember sucking this black kid's, and I got tested right after that, and they said I was clean.
Well, what is your white blood cell count?
I got a lot of them.
Because it has to be high. Because our testing, if it's not high, you won't make it through. I'm just going to say.
Silly, sexy. Listen, I'm telling you, I get a bunch of those white ones.
Okay? Well, I pray that you do. Okay.
Who's taller? You or your dad? I love tall boys.
The voice you're hearing now is Steven Chilton. We can test your jean shorts for AIDS just like on CSI.
I'll tell you what, I can send you my underwear right now, and there's so much semen in those motherfuckers. You can test it right from there.
You're not a sailor, are you?
No, I'm not, baby. Why? You want me to walk the plank for you?
I just thought you.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I just thought when I hear the term semen, I just think sailors right away.
You're so horny.
Talk about how you cure gayness in Alabama.
You know, I don't think he's really ready to hear that. I think if he was, more serious about religion, he would probably maybe want to try out the camp that you guys offer.
I did want to try the camp. I mean, for my camping experience, I love fucking camps. I love them.
I know, but would you be like, is it something like you'd be willing to actually try, like, switching from being homosexual to heterosexual?
Do heterosexuals have a lot of sex?
Probably more so than homosexuals.
Straight sex.
I'll fucking do it. I'll fucking do it.
With the vagina.
Oh, okay. So then therefore,
my God,
you're gonna follow the belief of man and women be together.
I'll be honest with you. Can you stand up?
I'd rather not at the moment, but I will later.
I think the chat room wants you to stand up. Chat room, press 1 for him to stand up.
Okay.
Smart chat room. You'll see. No, watch the chat, silly.
No, we're not getting that kind of response. What we really want to do is actually
look. Oh my God!
No,
shit.
no, but you're deviating. You're deviating from the point that, like, would you not like to have a?
Look at them. You're so hot over there with the microphone close to your lips.
Hey, listen. So the point is, would you want to be heterosexual for the remaining of your life? It's a lot. It definitely would probably easier to follow the Bible, Bible.
They're pressing 1.
They are pressing 1. Oh my God, the server's about to blow up. Stand the fuck up.
You know what? I tell you what. I don't mind standing up. I will stand. But if you kind of like could clean up the language a bit, I have a better. It'll be easier for me to kind of like ask a request and no problem.
I'm cleaning.
Okay, let's try it for a couple of minutes and see where it goes. But you know what? My question was
what
to
the
you.
Fucking asshole you turned out to be. Jesus fucking Christ. The only thing I asked for you to do is fucking stand up. The chat room said fucking 1. I want to suck on black cock, okay? And now you're playing games with me? Is that what you're doing?
Actually, no. It's on the contrary.
No, that's what you're doing.
Well, I don't
Fuck
know,
the beef. I'm not beefing anymore either.
You're not really respecting this chat line at all.
No, you're not respecting what the fuck I want. That's what I'm saying.
Stop this!
I'm hanging up because you motherfuckers don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I want to suck black cock and stuff like that. You guys don't want to stand up or help me out? Go to the camp? Yeah, go to the fucking camp. Fuck that.
You guys want to answer some of these questions?
Richard Burnish.
You know what?
I think Randal really wants to come clean, but I think he has a hard time admitting it.
We're ready for another call. Here we go.
Sure we go. Hey there, you're on the line. I think you're not going to work out here. Nader, you on the line there?
Hello?
Hey, hello.
I've been waiting for my medicated pizza for hours now.
Okay, and are you growing impatient?
Didn't you ever once think of the customer? You call yourself a delivery boy? Well, I ain't buying.
Oh, okay. It's a joke. You could always deliver a Bible if you ever, yeah.
Hello.
Hey, hi. How are you this evening?
Yeah, is this Pastor Richard?
Senior, yes it is.
Yeah, so I'm calling. I have a lot of turmoil in my life right now. I'm going through a lot of hard times.
Okay.
I've recently hit a very hard spot in my career, and I'm hurting for money. You know, I just lost $32 million in gold. and I'm not sure what to do with my life. I've been praying to Jesus, like 95. That's like my prayer level right there. Like I've been praying that % of the time.
Okay, have you considered maybe liquidating everything you own and actually becoming homeless for a while?
Actually, right now I am living in a trailer. This trailer that I'm living in, I'm currently paying $120 worth of rent. I have 3 roommates. I'm not really sure what to do.
Get rid of the trailer, take the $120, become homeless, try the summer out that way, and you might come to a better crossroad.
But see, if I do this, then I'll be living on the side of the road, and I will not have any food or any way to survive if I do not live here with these people.
I think if you experience that, then you might have a better experience.
I've experienced it. I myself am 32 years old, and when I was growing up, I was in a very poor family, and I was lucky enough to get a good job and to make some money. And, I've been going to church since I was 7 years old. I've went to church all my life. And I don't know what to do here. I feel that Jesus is failing me.
Well,
I actually, a year ago, I purchased your Neon Bible. I've read that thing from cover to cover. I don't know what to do.
Well, I think to experience what Jesus experienced wouldn't really hurt to try living alongside the riverbank. And you might realize that, there's other things in life besides having to chase the mighty dollar of greed. And
well, no, it's not all about the money, if you listen to me for a second, the other day, I was out just wandering around, as if it was a wilderness, out through the woods behind this trailer that I'm living in. And there was actually a guy out there. And I thought maybe it was a shadow, maybe he was wearing some cloak robes, some ghostly robes or something. I don't really know what to think of it. But, I went chasing after him. I ran after this guy, feeling that, maybe I could catch him and something would happen. And I actually caught up to this guy, and he turned around and he actually attacked me. He came after me with an aggressive force. And I don't know if this is just, a figment of my imagination that God was trying to send to me. But, this guy pulled out a sword, a dagger-type sword, and he just hit me with it. And it was like a 2-swipe hit. He hit me with it going forward and backward. And it hurt so much. But I really don't know what to think about that. Was that just a vision from God? Was he trying to tell me something, or?
Well, it could possibly be a sign, because you know what? After all, it's a good chance that maybe that is a message coming to you. I don't know how much pain it inflicted, whether it was pain that lingered to this conversation we're having, or if it was just something that appeared that it might have been psychologically painful, or actually did you have a bruising or a welt from it?
Well, no, I actually had cut marks on me, and I remember as the guy ran away, he yelled, "Good fight." I don't even know what it was about, but he yelled, "Good fight."
Well, see there again. So maybe if he just talking about fighting it, maybe that's what it is. You actually got to start from clay off the riverbed and walk it through, and maybe walk yourself back into a different type of lifestyle where you're not worried about the $32 million that you lost, and look at life from a different perspective.
But I don't understand. I have many years of construction work behind me. I've worked hard for everything that I've had.
I'm sure Jesus worked many years of construction himself, as well as he found the time to help preach to people. And I'm sure he understood what it's like when he gave up everything and decided to go around and just rebuild his life.
He got whipped.
Well, if I remember right, I don't think it was a choice that Jesus gave everything up, and you're just asking me to give everything that I've ever had up. And I don't know, a year ago in my life, when I purchased your Bible and stuff, everything was going great. I just purchased it to read because I believed the word that much. And it felt like I was probably ranked in probably the top 100 construction workers in the world.
Well, I still
I went by the name Zezima back then. They just
something happened?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Seemed to have a short or something clicked off on it.
One more call.
Hey there.
Hello?
Hello.
Dad?
What's that?
Dad?
Dad.
Are you Richard's dad or Steven's dad?
Richard's father, yes.
Oh, father.
Yes.
So are you proud of what your son's accomplished with this Jesus Chatline and Neon Bible type stuff?
Well, he's failing a little bit, but between Richard and Steven, they're trying. They're trying. They definitely have a little further way to go. And unfortunately, I thought, even with donations, they would probably be a little bit further in numbers. As far as construction, they'd maybe have a better, bigger plan going. I thought maybe it's like, the viewers are something like, the members of their church. And it seems like the Bible sales really should be a little bit higher up than what it is. I don't know if you're one of the persons that actually purchased a Bible yet or intend to.
Yes, I have purchased my copy of the Neon Bible. I bought the autographed version.
Okay, did you ever make any contribution to their construction of a church?
I did donate, but I was told that the website I donated to was a scam, so no.
So you never released any money to them yet?
Well, I do think that I helped by purchasing a Neon Bible.
Okay, but I know that's what I'm saying. Like for their practice, I know that they're very pleasant to be, it's pleasant to listen to, and they're quite easy to talk to as well. And they try to help the best they can to their followers. But at the same time, in return, I think the followers have to just kind of put a little bit more money out there to help them succeed in helping and reaching to many more others.
Okay, I just want to say one more thing.
Sure.
Fuck, I love David Green.
Okay.
All right.
Stop the call.
Hang on. Okay, Okay, that's enough of that. We're going to take a quick break. There's a lot of... We'll be right back. Stephen, there's still a lot of cursing going on in the show.
I don't know what to do.
Well, you need to screen it because, Richard Sr. has not done web shows before. You need to screen these calls because when they're on there and they're dropping F-bombs, they're making the whole show look stupid.
I know.
So make a managerial call. What would you do if you were me and it was your job to screen the calls?
I would listen to what the employees say. I would listen to the employee.
Okay, well, just screen these calls.
And the last man said he wanted to talk about Noah's Ark.
Hello? He didn't even mention Noah's Ark.
He said to me Noah's Ark.
Yeah, but on the call he didn't say Noah's Ark.
He said to me Noah's Ark, put me on the call, I want to talk about Noah's Ark.
You say that every time. You say you wanted to talk about Noah's Ark. What did he... Tell me, what did he ask?
One of these days somebody actually... One of these days somebody will talk about Noah's Ark.
Yeah, but Stephen, what do they say? Maybe Noah's Ark isn't good enough.
It's on.
Oh. It's not okay. Oh, thank you, Stephen. They can't hear me. Oh, they can hear. Okay, well, I invited my father all the way down to join the show, And this is the behavior this is the treatment that he receives. Good Christians are on here, and apparently good Christians, talking to my own father, and they're talking about gay. And, oh, Richard Sr., you're, I'm not going to have it, because we will shut this show down. I am offended. I brought my father onto this show thinking that maybe they'd take us, maybe the internet would take us a little bit more serious this time, Stephen, if we had an established man on the show. And what do we get? Oh, Richard Sr., I'm gay. Oh, maybe you got, I know I'm not speaking to everybody. And I know some people are here for advice and to help. And it's just a handful of people that are trying to ruin it for everyone. They're trying to ruin it for everyone. You know what? And they want us to quit.
I saw it. Someone said shut it down.
Yeah, let's just shut it down, they're saying. They want us to quit. You know what? Jesus didn't quit.
Nope.
Jesus was persecuted. He was whipped, and they made a movie about it. And in that movie, they did all kinds of things to him. But he didn't quit. And you know what? I'm just like Jesus. I'm better than Jesus. I am better than Jesus, and I'm definitely not going to quit. Just like Steven told me the other day. Richard, he said, if Jesus, because Steven likes martial arts. He's big into karate. And he says to me, Richard, do you think if Jesus was fighting in ultimate fighting, would he tap out? Would he tap on the arm and say, you know what? He wouldn't. Jesus would fight his way through MMA, and that's what we're going to do. You are better than Jesus. Thank you. He wouldn't tap out. Jesus would fight his way through, just like in MMA. So we're going to go and just take this next call. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Jesus Chatline. I'm your host, Richard Burnish, Jr.
Hello?
Caller, go ahead. Did you have a question?
Hello to you, my friend. I have many questions, and I would like you to answer them immediately.
Go on.
I'm sorry, the delay is very confusing. I must first off point out I am a big fan of the absolute vodka behind you. This is best of vodka outside of Russia, my friend. But beyond that, I must talk to you about Jesus.
Stephen, there was booze back there.
That was holy water.
Okay, but it's good. It's not a problem. But do you understand? Do you hear me?
Hello, caller.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Hello, caller. Sorry, we had a bit of a video glitch there.
That is fine. I will continue my call. Is that okay?
Okay. Yes. What you were talking about? About what?
Okay. I was having a problem recently. I was doing very bad things inside my household. And my mother, she was very angry with me. And this is why I'm in the United States now. Because when I was there, I was getting into a lot of trouble. I was vandalizing vehicles, and I was painting on walls with a spray paint. And then I go home, and my mama says, "You're moving in with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." And this I do. And when I show up, I must tell you, you're the first show I hear about. And then I start thinking about Jesus. And I never thought of Jesus back in Russia. This was not my thing in Russia. But now I see that Jesus, he was a good man. And I have a question about what is differences between your belief system and your church and Christianity as a whole.
Sorry about that, caller. What was the last part? I had to. Could you repeat the question?
What is the difference between Christianity and the Neon Bible? What is the difference between Christian Bible and the Neon Bible?
Oh, I see what you're saying. What is the difference? Okay, well, the Neon Bible was a Bible that I myself published. The Bible was written a long time ago, and it doesn't really speak to today's world. It needed to be updated, much like your iTunes, for example, how you need the latest version. You also need the latest, I've sort of updated the Bible to speak to today's world. Do you understand?
I agree with this. And I must also say that kids these days, they do not respect the book as much. What we say is, I am biggest fan of your Richard's package. Richard's package is the greatest thing to happen to the United States. I come to Bel Air because my mother says, your aunt and uncle will be of great influence to you in Bel Air. When you go there, your uncle will be there, he will be good man. Your cousin will be there, he will be good man. And he will teach you the ways of Jesus. And you will not do bad things here. Because I got in a lot of trouble. I was doing many bad things. I got in one little fight.
You know what? This is a joke. This sounds like that movie Borat. Okay? So I can tell when somebody's calling in with a Borat soundboard, and you know what? I'm going to hang up every time. I've seen that movie, and it was disgusting. And you know what? It wasn't funny at all.
He said all that in the movie.
I recognize those clips from the movie. Borat soundboard. Hello, caller. You're live on the air with Richard Burnish.
Yeah, I got one thing to say. I can't believe that people are calling in with the stuff they are, because my problem here is I got a loaded gun. I'm kind of bored. Want to see what it'll do to my face.
Caller?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Does it sound like I'm joking?
Caller?
Yep.
Well, I'm going to ask you, did you say that you had a loaded weapon?
Yep.
Did you say that loaded weapon was pointed at your face?
Yep.
Would you put the weapon down and just talk for a little while?
You should give me some of that vodka.
What vodka?
I saw the vodka, don't lie. If you're going to hell for lying, and you're also going to hell for saying you're better than
Richard,
Jesus.
I
Go
don't.
fuck yourself.
Richard doesn't. Oh, okay.
Hello?
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the program.
I just want to say Tyler Bradley, Herschel, Aaron Pfeiffer, and can you hear me now, Jessica?
We'll be right back.
Hello? Hello?
Sorry. Hello, caller, and welcome to the program. I'm your host, Richard Burnish, and welcome to the Jesus Chatline.
Finally, I get Richard Burnish back on the call. Where is my package you were supposed to be sending me?
Well, if you're talking
This is
about...
Leeroy Sinclair.
I recognize your voice, Leroy. We sent you the care package with the beads and the dream catchers and the mucklucks to the address
If you sent me beads, I am going to turn them into anal beads and then come down there and I bring a tranny with 9-inch penis to give you hot beef injection. That was not our deal. Our deal was 2 boxes of beer and a bottle of whiskey, and you're late with the payment. I'm going to have to charge you 2 cartons of smokes as interest.
Leeroy, we said that we would give you beads.
And I told you I don't want beads. I'm
Well,
native.
it's non-negotiable. We're not negotiating.
I'm
We're
native.
not. We already own your land.
You own my land. Okay, you own my land. Why were you impersonating me? That's what I want to know.
Leeroy, you don't have any land. You don't have any beads. You have no ground to stand on. So how dare you accuse the Jesus Chatline and tarnish its name for being an imposter?
I wonder what your father must think you running around impersonating people and making fun of them, preaching the Bible out of one side of
Sir,
your face
are
and
you
making
drunk?
fun of people.
Sir, have you
No,
been
I'm
drinking?
not drunk. No, I'm not drunk.
You sound like you're drinking. Leeroy?
I am not drinking. I can't be drinking because you didn't send me my 2 boxes of beer and bottle of whiskey. All I got were these stupid mucklucks and frickin' beads. What am I supposed to do with those?
Those are authentic Indian beads.
They're not authentic Indian beads. I'm native. You're trying to pass off dime store beads you got at what? Michael's craft
No.
store?
We know an Indian, and he made those beads. We know an Indian.
How about I come down there and give you some mucklucks? Some mucklucks up your butt.
His name was Chief Running Deer.
To go with...
So, sorry about that, everybody. I accidentally crossed my legs and I crunched myself. No, there'll be no scalping. Stephen baked a pie. I'm going to show everybody your pie, Stephen. He made a pie for us on the show. Okay, Stephen, would you mind taking a few calls? I'm a little upset about some of the calls that I've been getting and some of the...
Perhaps, yeah.
Just then, I'm going to pass the mic to Stephen for a minute. Okay.
Thank you, everybody. I'm back now in the chair and here to take calls and discuss church and all kinds of things like that. We are eating cherry pie and drinking Dad's cream. I'm going to take a call and then I just have something I want to say. Hi, Newt. Hello to Newt Gingrich, who is on the chat tonight in the chat board. And Jason Jr. 987 is also on the chat board. This is a good time to remind you that we are on, if you go to our website, jesuschatline.com, we have you'll see a link for Headspace. Hello, Father Sam and Allah and I Am World. And, oh dear, there's a name that's not appropriate. Maybe the mods can hi, Cool Junk. And, okay, we're going to take some calls now. Welcome to our program. My name is Steven Chilton.
Hey, how are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
Yeah, I was calling. First off, I would like to say thank you to Richard for, keeping this program open. I see people spamming the chat line just asking to shut the thing down, and that wouldn't be very good at all.
We are not going to shut it down.
Thank you so much. I've actually been sitting here with a group of friends, and we've read over the Bible multiple times. We're churchgoers. We go every Wednesday and Sunday. We go Sunday morning and Wednesday night to our Wednesday services. And, me, Timothy, David, and Tyler here, we've read through the Bible at least 3 times. And Tyler has one question, if you don't mind answering it.
Oh, not at all. So you are real enthusiasts then, if you have all gathered in one home?
Definitely. Yeah, you could definitely say that. We've actually read your Neon Bible, or Richard's Neon Bible, my bad. And I'm a big fan. I like how he's modernized the Bible and made it, more up to date for younger kids who needs guidance and feel the need to read the Word in a new, up to date fashion.
What is Tyler's question?
Here you go. Here, I'll hand the phone off to Tyler. Here you go.
Okay.
Thank you for taking my call, by the way. Steven?
Yes.
Steven, is this Steven? Hi, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well. Is this Tyler?
Yes, this is me. I really need
like Tyler
some guidance.
Durden?
I actually have a very important question. I'm going to be very frank with you. I have smoked weed since the age of 13, and I know it's illegal, and a certain part of me feels wrong with this. And I as a Christian, as a fellow Christian, I want to get your opinion on this because in Genesis it says God gives all seed-bearing plants to man, but in Romans it also says that we should obey all laws. What should I do? I'm torn.
Well, you need to obey the law because if you break the law, you will go to prison. And when you go to prison, you will pay the price all day. And Richard and I are developing a song called Pay the Price that's going to be on iTunes. But anyways, to get back on track, if you are in prison and if you are in a cell with a man who looks like Danny Trejo, how is it that you're able to help your community?
Well, I hold a full-time job, and here's my thing. When I use marijuana, it is not above a job. It is not above my family. And I believe in following laws. But man-made laws, I believe, that are under God-given laws. For instance, like I said in Genesis, all seed-bearing plants were given by God. I'm not to be judged by a fellow man. I'm to be judged by God, the one that gave me marijuana.
Well,
do you understand where I'm coming from?
I do, but here's the thing with marijuana, is that it is a man-made drug made in a factory, and it's hauled around from town to town, and it is not grown from a seed. So it is not proper to have it. You will go to prison, then you cannot have your groups anymore.
Well, I mean, when you say man-made, actually made in a factory, I only partake in organic sacrifices, organic and hydroponic, grown from water, earth, and seeds. I absolutely no chemicals, no man-made products. So when you say that, I get a little bit confused. What do you mean by this?
Obey the law, and you will not get the police involved. You will not go to prison. You will not have to wear the pumpkin suit, and you will be able to continue to join in on your meetings. You will do much better, sir, out in the community, helping your fellow man than you will fending off Daniel Trejo.
But here's I'm looking at it like this. It's against the law in my state. If I move to California, Colorado, Michigan, there's all medical marijuana. California's trying to pass a bill for recreational use right now. So if that gets passed, since the law is different in my state than in California, well, what does that say about the law? They're contradicting each other.
Satan is at work here.
In the government and the laws, or in me? I'm not following you.
There is a conspiracy at hand. The world is being run by bankers. They are trying to create interest.
I know.
They're trying to create interest out of thin air to become wealthy at your expense. And they want you on drugs.
Have you ever heard of Illuminati? It is made by bankers. I know groups like Reign of Terror, VR, David Green, a.k.a. Saber XX.
We have a banker in our chat room even. They are everywhere. There is even a banker among us right now.
I know. David, Saber XX will not, he's everywhere. And that's the ultimate government group. And you cannot escape him.
And I honestly know this. But I'm torn, I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't partake in chemicals. I don't partake in anything that doesn't come from the earth. I don't drink, but I believe when God talks to me and says that I can use marijuana, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, how can you say that's wrong,
I have a story coming up that I think that after you hear it, you will see our point of view. You will see the point of view of the Neon Bible. And I'm sure, Tyler, that your focus group, or not your church study group there will understand as well.
They're very passionate about what they do. We're in advanced Bible studies. A couple of our groups, we have code names. They're DDS, AGS. Most of them are different specs. We look at different views of the Bible, different, you have King James Version, you have revisions of that. We try to look at everything, I'm just really
I'm sorry, the King what?
The King James Version of the Bible. That's what we really base our studies around. And you can tell multiple times how if you telly out, then you're a Teletubby, and if you don't get TB, then say they're green. Jose, oh, fuck you, I'll give you a gift for it.
I knew it was a joke all along. As soon as he started talking about the King's speech. Okay, what was that movie that you and I saw, Richard? What was that? Priest. Well, no, we saw Priest, but there was that one we went to the theater the other night. Remember? And they had the trailer for Battleship before it. What was the movie? Do you remember? Name some movies. What has been in the theater lately? Oh, it was Cowboys versus Aliens. No, Cowboys and Aliens we went and saw. And we weren't expecting very much, but was it ever a wonderful film? There was an actor by the name of Daniel Craigslist in it, and he put on a very gutsy performance. But all right, I'm going to get on to my story before we take another call. And here's what it is. Now, a lot of people have messaged me and asked, what is our backgrounds? And I will tell you that Richard used to deliver packages. He had a business called Richard's Packages. And I myself, Richard's Package, I'm sorry. And I myself was a trucker. And like many young men, I was lured by what they refer to as the romance of trucking. So I had this boss who didn't get along with me very well. And he wanted to make me pay the price, let's just say. So I showed up one morning with that front part of a truck, like the part that you hook onto the big back part. And I said, "What do you have for me today, boss?" And he said, "Back your truck up, son, because I have the big part ready." And I hooked it up and I said, "What will I be hauling?" And he said, "Come around the side, son." And I looked and it said Summer's Eve. And I said to the boss, "What, are you kidding me? What is this?" And he said, "You are going to be hauling this." It was a feminine product. And I said, "Fine, okay, here we are." At the time, I lived in a different country. The country was called Canada. And I said, "Where will I be taking this to?" And he said, "You will be going to Phoenix, Arizona with this load of feminine Summer's Eve." And I thought, I am going to get the better of my boss and I'm going to deliver the load to Arizona. Remember that one? So I got behind the rig and I started driving. And as I made my way, I took a lot of ridicule. I had a lot of truckers pull alongside me, and can I use a little bit of rough talk here to keep this authentic? I heard things like, "Hey, douchebag," I turned on my CB and I was speaking and I heard, "Breaker, breaker, douchebag," stuff like that. Every channel I went to. So, just because you're just because I was hauling this product. And I was just trying to make a living. So, as many of the truckers might know out there, there are many truck stops along the way. And I stopped, and I had a glass of Old Granddad. And one glass turned into two, and two turned into three. And I can tell you there's nothing more exhilarating than having about 6 or 7 glasses of Old Granddad and getting behind the wheel of a big rig. Well, I was just passing Santa Fe, New Mexico, when my truck jackknifed. And through the front part of the truck, I looked out the window and saw the back part of the truck right beside me. And that part came off and spilt all over. And I got out of the truck, and it smelled like a bag of Miss Vicky's salt and vinegar chips. And as I stood there at the interchange of I-40 and the other one that runs across it, I could hear the sirens. And I said, "Please, Lord, if you deliver me from this, I will never drink again, and I will vow to clean up the filth on the internet, on Vaughan TV." And at that moment, a semi pulled up alongside. And a man rolled down his window and he said, "Get in, son." And I looked, and it was Roadhammer. And he said, "Hop into the passenger side of my rig. We've got some work to do, son." And I asked him, "What are you hauling?" And he says, "Bibles. And we're going to Oakland, and we're going to deliver these Bibles. And I have a man for you to meet there, and his name is Richard Burnish. And this we ask in the name of the Lord. Amen." It's the end of the sermon. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hello to you, my friend.
How are you?
I'm doing excellent, and how about you today?
Are you a Russian, sir?
I'm enjoying your pie. Yes, sir. I have spoken earlier to your friend Richard.
Yes.
And he's a good guy. But I want to answer my question again.
Are you wearing a tracksuit, sir?
Am I wearing a tracksuit? No,
yeah,
I'm
I
not.
thought I saw you in
I'm
Vegas last week.
No. You think I am a man from Grand Toto. I'm not this man.
Okay.
I'm currently wearing gym shorts, and I'm wearing no shirt, and I'm sitting in my bed.
Okay.
At my aunt and uncle's house in Bel Air.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask something separate for Steven, something that is different.
Go ahead.
For Steven, you're a friend of Richard, you say?
Yes, we are friends, and we are partners in this Church of the Neon Bible.
This is Neon Bible. This is good. I enjoy the name Neon Bible. That is a side note. I just wish to say that off of record, you say. But anyway, Steven Chilton, why do you pander to man named Richard? Why don't you do your own thing? I feel like you would do so very well if you would go out on your own. You seem to be very mature. You're a very brawny man. You seem to be very strong. You have good jawline. You have big, powerful jawline. I feel like if you go into a woman's place, she say, "This is good. I like you. You're very strong." So why do you not do your own thing and get away from Richard and stop having him tell you what to do?
Yanishnаю. That's how I would respond to you, sir. No, in all seriousness, we run a church, and we will not stop. We will not stop. We will not stop.
And I respect you.
Can I tell you one quick story while I have you on the line?
I would love for you to tell me a story, my friend.
Okay, well, Richard wanted to attend a course at the local university where you could learn Russian. And it cost us $2,000 in donation money to send him to this. And it was an accelerated course. It was only going to take 4 days, and they promised fluent Russian. So Richard comes back after 4 days, and he comes back to where we were staying at the time, and I said, Richard, I'd like to know how our $2,000 in donation money was spent. Could you please tell me a little bit of Russian? And he looked at me and he said, "Go F self."
This is a good joke, my friend.
No, it happened.
No, it's not a joke?
No, it's not a joke. It's not a joke.
One more question for you, my friend.
Okay, one more, and then we'll let you go, and we're gonna let someone else rock the mic here. Go ahead.
That is very respectable. Okay, here we go. This is my friend, David. Oh, hello to you, sir. Oh, what are you doing this evening? Oh, is that him? Oh, he's sitting in his chair. Look at him. He's not using his brain. Oh, you expect to go on the internet and you're going to get serious colds? Oh, you're not using your brain a bit, are you, son of Jim? Oh, you're a beat you with my shillelagh.
We have a Swede on the line. Welcome welcome to Sweden.
Oh, I'm not Swedish. Oh, you think you can call me a Swedish?
Swedish people are allowed. Swedish people are allowed here.
What do you think? I'm a bloody Swede. Oh, look at you. Look at you with your blonde hair. You're obviously a Pollock.
Oh, sir, that's it.
Pollock.
He called me. Who's the guy in the guy in Usual Suspects? Kevin Pollock? Yeah, he called me Kevin Pollock from Usual Suspects. I cannot believe that. All right. Thank you very much. I'm ready to pass the mic on now. So we're going to go to a break. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to cue this up here. Video, do I press? Okay, let's try this one. Here's a good one. Okay, we'll be back. Oh, hello? Okay, I'm going to pass the microphone off. First, we want to pray for the hurricane. Please, may the hurricane not damage people's property, and may the hurricane not make it so that people can't go to work. And that everyone will be okay, that there will be no hurricane. Except for the Carolina Hurricanes, that hockey team. Okay. Yeah, we're getting rocked like a hurricane. That band from Germany has that. Rocking like a hurricane? Yeah. Okay, I would just like to remind people before I pass on the mic that the Neon Bible says that when there are 100 or more present, I am with you. And that's what's happening right now. So Jesus is indeed with us now. And the next voice, are you going on now, Richard? The next voice you will hear now will be that of Richard Burnish. Thank you.
Thanks for the big welcome there. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. If you're just tuning in, I am your host, Richard Burnish, and I'm here to take your calls. Hello, caller, you're live on the air with Richard Burnish on the Jesus Chatline.
Yes, is this Richard?
Yes, welcome to the program.
Yeah, I'm a pastor myself in Virginia.
Go on.
You're originally from Alabama, correct?
Well, that is my...
you and your father?
My father is from Alabama, yes.
All right, yeah. We were just hit by an earthquake. It actually hit in D.C. I'm sure you've seen the news on it. Yeah. And I have many members asking me why Jesus would do such a thing. And I don't actually want to say any of my members of services names on, I know you guys are online and stuff. I've been following you for years, but I know you guys are online. But like one of my members, I'll just call him Tweak. Let's just say Tweak, all right? He's been with us for going on 9 years now. Mm-hmm. And he's actually freaking out. He's wondering if Jesus is even real because of this earthquake that tore apart his house. I mean, I'm not really sure what to tell him about this.
Well, the Lord works in mysterious ways. And, when he closes one door, he opens a window. That's something that in times of despair that one must one must consider or keep in mind, that it's not so much the closing of one chapter, but the beginning of another.
Right, no, he does. And like I say, in Virginia, there's a local society called Sabres. I think the actual thing's XX Sabres. It's ran by a guy named David, and they are combating Jesus Christ. Now, after this earthquake, they're saying that, their leader has caused this. Their leader, Gozu, and I'm not sure who this Gozu is, but they're like, this Gozu Tyler is causing all of this problem. And the Tweet 900, the guy that is coming at me, he's believing this, and he's about to turn sides, and I'm not sure what to do about this. This actually breaks my heart.
Sir, you do realize that this is a Christian channel, yes?
Yeah, that is what I'm speaking of. Yes, I'm a Christian myself.
It sounds as though you're speaking
preach the word of God.
Pagan idols and false gods or counterfeit gods.
See, my worry is that one of my fellow members of worship is going to swap and believe that God is not the way to go, and I'm very scared that this is going to happen. Like I say, this David guy that's running this XX Sabre thing locally, him and this Gozu Tyler person, they're persuading my members. They're persuading my members to
Have you been
way.
To Israel?
Excuse me, what'd you say? I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting, but have you been to the Holy Land? Have you been to Jerusalem?
Myself, no, I haven't. My superior pastor, the guy that actually owned this church before me, he actually had been. He had visited there, and he is the one that taught me the word. He is the one that I learned everything I know from.
You talk a lot.
And,
you need to listen more.
Him and as well as the Bible. And I mean, this Sabre XX guy, I don't really know what to do about him and his fellow members of Gozer Tyler and Tweet 900. They're ruining my church. They're ruining my worships. They'll show up outside. They'll show up outside and they'll just crash my worships, and they'll say it's the devil is coming and Satan is going to rule the world and stuff.
Sir, and please do not take offense to this, but you sound like you have a lot to say. You listen very little and you say a whole lot. Now, I had asked you if you had been to Jerusalem, and it was a yes or no question. Now,
No,
the Lord gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Okay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and speak.
Okay. Now, you said that your pastor, you said your pastor who trained you, was from the Holy Land.
He is also from Virginia, but he went to the Holy Land. He had visited the Holy Land himself.
I see. Now, what is his name?
His name?
Yes.
His name is actually James.
Yes.
I'm not going to give out his last name. You're actually on the air.
Okay, James. I think
so.
I'm familiar. I think I'm familiar from James from. Did he do some work with during Virginia Tech, the massacre that occurred at Virginia Tech?
Not that I recall. I mean, if something like that happened, I wasn't aware
Well,
of it.
because
He very well could have. I just started studying about 11 years ago. So.
Okay, well, this Virginia Tech incident occurred not too long ago by a gentleman named Cho.
By who?
His name was
Chosen one.
His name was Cho.
Cho.
Yes.
No, I do not believe that James was in on that. Do you know if this was one of the followings of Saber XX or the Gozu Tyler or the Tweet 900?
What is he saying, Steven? He says those names over and over. I don't know what that is.
They are part of the biggest following in Virginia that I know of, and
I want to move to the next call. Hello, caller. You're live on the air.
Hello. Am I on the air?
You're on. Welcome to the program.
Hi. How are you doing, Richard? I'm glad to see you're still doing the show.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We've moved the show over from C-band satellite to the internet. So thank you.
I haven't actually watched or called in since last time I saw Steven. He got struck by lightning and died. How is he doing? Did you ever collect enough money to? What were you trying to do? Bury him?
We did receive a fair deal of donations. However, we did. Should I tell him? Okay. Well. What happened there, caller, and I'm sorry that you're late to find this out, but we had staged Stephen's death in order to increase Bible sales. We were trying to do God's work. We were trying to sell more Bibles, and we thought if people thought that he had died, they would be a little bit more giving with their money, and then we could get this church built quicker.
So you're saying Stephen is not dead?
No, Stephen did not die.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes. Yeah. He's right here. Steven, would you like to say hello?
Yes. Hi, my name is Steven Chilton, and we're with you live tonight on Vaughan TV. Vaughan Live. Oh, and I'll show you me.
Oh my God, he is
I'll
alive.
show you me.
Steven, are you an angel? Are you back? Have you been resurrected?
He didn't die. It was a hoax. But we've said our part, and we're moving on.
God bless you, Stephen. I love you.
Hear that, Stephen?
Suck a dick.
Fight through it like MMA.
this entire show is not recorded. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're going to pass this off to Richard Burnish Sr. to take a few more of our calls, your calls. He is my father, and he is all the way here from Alabama, and he's here to help. So without any further ado, here's Richard Burnish Sr. On the microphone to take your calls. Here you go, Pappy.
Thank you. Hey, all. All right, let's take our first call. Let's get this thing moving here. And.
Hey, hello?
Hey, hello.
Hey, this is Margaret over here in Galt, California.
Yo.
And I've been having these urges lately.
Such as what? Like urge to eat chips? What kind of urges?
Something I shouldn't mention, any sins.
Well, okay. Before you go any further on that, is it something that, a homo detox center can help you with, or is it something else?
It might be able to, but I don't think it'll do just what it needs to do.
Oh, okay. In a roundabout way, what are we speaking of?
Do you think you could read me a temptation part from the Neon Bible?
I don't have the Bible in front of me, and since my son did write it, I would rather have him, if he's going to read something out of the Bible, I'd rather just have him just speak personally himself. But anyways, the content that you're looking for, what is it? What is it regarding? Like, how does it personally affect you that you want to hear that?
It's about temptation, and my Neon Bible was recently stolen from me by a homeless man.
Oh, well, actually, I wouldn't really call that stolen. That's a good thing, because at least one homeless man is going to learn something new about life. For you, what we could do is, maybe you could send an email, and what we'll do is we'll send you another Bible free, and hopefully with that free Bible, maybe perhaps you could actually pass that around to some other people, and with that, you can see that our church is actually looking to do quite good for all.
We have to charge shipping, though.
Shipping, of course, always applies.
For the shipping.
Of course, that's always applied. I'm sure you're okay with that.
Yes, I am. I'll also send quite a large donation, too.
Excellent, excellent. I like to see that. So, your temptation, is it just something that you need a little bit of help with, or how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm really looking for more guidance than anything.
Oh, well, maybe I could just help you right off the hop. What kind of guidance are you looking for?
I don't really want to talk about it on the live TV show.
Oh.
We'll bring it offline and you can talk about it offline.
Well, we could try it offline. How's that?
That'd be okay.
Okay, go right ahead. We're just gonna hit a button here and you're all set to go.
Okay.
All right, you're offline.
Okay, well, there's been this man who's been coming into my work lately.
Yes.
And he keeps giving me his phone number and telling me he wants to come have cream pie with me.
Are you female and you do cooking?
Yes, I do.
Oh, so you're a female and you cook, so therefore he's asking you something quite sincerely then. Or am I mistaken?
Yes. He wants to make me a cream pie.
Yeah, but that's fine. If I imagine,
I love cream pie. Me too.
So there you go. We actually had pie this evening ourselves. So therefore, if as being a woman, and if your mother taught you how to cook well, I can't. And if you have some attractiveness to you that this man wants to give you his number and wants to have cream pie with you, I can't see why that. What's wrong with it? I think it's all fine. I think as far as temptation goes, I don't think you have to worry about temptation. Just go with it.
Well, I kind of think he wants more than that, too.
Well, man and women, of course, in the Neon Bible, like any other Bible, it's all okay that, things get together.
Well, no, his brother's the homeless man who stole my Bible.
This is a joke.
Oh, okay. I thought you actually. All right, we're out. We're out.
Go to the next call.
Hey there.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi. I just want to share something with Richard and Steven that, has helped me through the years, and considering they've helped me in the past few months, I just want to share this with them.
Hold it. Are we heading into a joke, or are you being sincere about this? Because
No,
I'll
I'm
tell you
being
what,
totally
if you're just going to make a joke of it, maybe what I should do
It's
is
a
record
reading.
the
It's a reading.
IP
It's
address here.
nothing grotesque or vulgar in any way.
Repeat that again, please.
It's nothing grotesque or vulgar in any way.
Okay, well then, go ahead, speak your mind.
All right. This is a few-line poem that really has helped me. It's a story about, changing places. But here we go. Now, this is the story all about how my life got turned upside down. And I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. I'm joking up here. In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground where I spent most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school. And a couple of guys, they were up to no good, started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight, and my mom got scared, and she said, "You're moving with your aunt and uncle in Bel Air." I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said fresh and had a dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it, yo, Holmes, to Bel Air. I pulled it through a house about 7 or 8, and I yelled at the cab, yo, Holmes.
Sorry. You know what? If you could do that with a little bit more like rhythm and kind of do it more like a little bit more like hip hop ish, it could be quite interesting what you're saying because it sounds like you're quite the poet.
Hello?
Go for it. Start over again and let me hear that again because just pick up the momentum though because you're a little bit dragging. Give a little bit more beat. Get the spirit in there. Put some spirit because otherwise you sound like you've been drinking. Hello?
Hello?
Hey?
Who am I speaking with?
Who's this?
I'm Leeroy Sinclair. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Richard Burnish Sr. Hey, Leeroy. I heard your voice so many times before.
Do you realize your son is imitating me? What do you think of that?
I don't think he'd imitate you. I don't think, there's a lot of callers
He
on there.
is.
I think that's a figment of your imagination.
He's been drinking.
Well, I'm not saying...
I've been drinking.
You've been drinking?
I've not been drinking. They
Holy
haven't
water.
sent me my 2 boxes of beer and bottle of whiskey. How can I be drinking? I'm still waiting for it.
But even still, like, obviously, you may...
I want to make a comment. Steven said earlier that he was enjoying some pie and some dad's cream. Are they getting it fresh from the source?
What's wrong with that? But I don't think anybody
Are they
impersonated you, though.
getting it from fresh from the source?
Hey, listen, what's your middle name?
I don't have a middle name.
Really? Okay, so you're not from a Christian family?
I'm native.
You're native? Well, I don't understand. That native doesn't mean...
I want to know why
just because you're native
he's
doesn't mean you can't be a
imitating
Christian.
me. Why? I've watched past broadcasts.
Well, I don't know, but I think you should have a middle name, and maybe perhaps Richard and Steven, maybe together, they should give you a middle name.
Yeah, how about Leeroy Tomahawk Sinclair, and I come down there and scalp them too?
Come on. I don't know, like, what are you drinking? Obviously, it must be a little bit more like rye whiskey or something, but I think, we should help you here. It should be, you should take this as help. We're extending our hands out to you to help you.
I don't want help. I just want them to stop imitating me. And if they're going to continue to imitate me, it should be.
I don't think they're imitating you. I don't think they're imitating. Hey, let's say, for example, let's say this winter. You're a funny guy. Hey, let's say for this winter, what happens if we want to be really mean, and here you are, you're in a nice cell, and we put you in with a bad guy? A real
I want to know
guy.
something, okay?
No,
I
I'm
watched
going to
the
tell
past
you something.
broadcast,
Listen, we're
and
trying
he
to
said,
help you.
He called in pretending to be me, and he said that he fell off the roof fixing his satellite dish. I want to know how he knew I fell off my roof fixing my satellite dish. Was he stalking me?
I think
what kind of father are you raising a son like that and as a stalker?
Oh, you're a funny guy, but you're not. But listen, I think the thing is that, like all the emails that you keep sending all the time requesting things, like I think that's the problem. You're always looking for a handout.
I'm not looking for a handout. I'm looking for a resolution.
I think you're the same guy that keeps on asking for free Bibles. And
I don't want a Bible.
And another thing of suspicion was that I think these young men have been faithfully giving you a free Bible, and it's been told that you're selling it at Safeways and Targets and Sam's stores and that. I don't know if that's true. You're out in the parking lot doing that. But that's not really the way to actually to push the neon Bible.
I'm a trucker from Norway House.
Well,
I don't need to be selling Bibles at a parking lot of a Safeway.
Well, are you giving them away?
I don't even have one. I don't even have a Bible.
Okay, well, if you don't even have one, how do you know these guys are not trying to do you well? And you're asking for it right away. Instead of the Bible, you want something to drink. A little bit of reading might take you a long further than the bottle will.
He's a drunk, Steven.
You tell Richard Jr. I'm going to feed him tube steaks smothered in underwear.
Well, I don't know about that, but you can make the.
Oh,
effort.
I know about that.
No, you can.
3 weeks now. I'm trying to find peaceful resolution to this problem.
Well, hey, I think
my big brother came across the show on the internet, and he said, "Hey, Leeroy, come and see this. They're using your name. They're using your name, and they're imitating you.
Ask you something.
The guy almost sounds like you."
And
I listened and I watched it, and he's imitating me. And
here's
I
something.
I know
why don't you
this
winter? I know you were asking for. I think you were asking for beads. Like
I was asking for beads.
Come on.
I have beads.
They're
called beads. I use them on the wife, but I'm not above using them on you guys.
I was told that you were asking for beads, and I was thinking that the whole thing is that you should have the beads. You should have the neon Bible in beads on the mucklucks this year. At least set a trend and show that the neon Bible and advertise it on the mucklucks over the winter and help promote what we're trying to do here.
I don't want beads, and I don't want to be disrespectful.
You say you don't want beads, but you've been emailing asking for beads.
And his pie-eating friend that likes getting Dad's cream fresh from the source. Well, that if they send me beads, I will promptly shove them up their ass.
No. You don't need to be talking like that. But we could supply you with a lot. Hey, you know what? We have a lot of Dad's cream. We can supply you with a lot of Dad's cream. Not a problem. There's been Dad's creams going around since 1937. Look at that. That is a lot of Dad's cream. Look, there's lots of it going around. All right, so anyways, Leeroy, are you going to ever buy a Bible, or are we going to have to keep on sending the, you should at least pay for shipping? I guess Leeroy decided he doesn't want to admit to the beads.
Hello?
Hello. How are you?
Hello?
Hello. Yo.
Is this working?
Yeah, you're working.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Hey, dude. All right, let's just move on. Somebody's got stage fright, or I'm not sure. Hey, hi there.
Hello, is this Richard?
Richard?
Is this Pastor Richard?
All right.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you quite fine.
Okay. I'm calling. I heard Steven's story about how he was a trucker before.
Right.
And how he was lured into hauling the rig that he wasn't, or whatever it was.
That's correct.
I myself have been lured into many situations like that. And it's very hard to deal with and very hard to talk about. But, just here 2 weeks ago, I was lured by a very close friend into a very deep, dark part of the town. And he actually beat me down and stole everything I had on me. And I mean, it's hard to forgive a friend from stealing everything you have. Like, he stole my hat. I had a blue hat on, and it was a very precious hat to me. My other good friend.
Mm.
Welcome back to the program. We're now here for our last segment. And we're going to wind it up soon, but before we do that, we have a couple more calls to take. Go ahead, caller. You are on the air.
Hi. Sorry about I got disconnected earlier.
Oh.
I have a quick question about Jesus.
Okay.
Is it okay if you don't believe in Jesus and still go to heaven?
No, you cannot.
Why not? What if I would give myself to Jesus?
What if you will give yourself to Jesus?
Yes.
Oh, then everything's all good.
But what would I have to do to get in? Yes.
Go to church, read the Bible, be nice to your neighbors, don't download torrents, obey the police, and send us a donation, and then you will go to heaven.
Now, I have these dreams at night. I kind of think it's maybe Jesus trying to talk to me. What would you think of that?
Of what? Of a dream of Jesus?
Yes.
Well, it sounds like Jesus is trying to speak out to you to try and coax you to go to church.
But I kind of don't think it's not what, he wants to persuade me. Because it kind of ends up with, a big black figure. It's kind of, it scares me a little.
Kind of like what you hear on Art Bell?
What's that?
Shadow people.
Maybe, but it's just the stuff it does to me in my dream.
Does we're going to ask the chat, do you want this call to go on, 1 for yes or 2 for no? Oh, something happened.
I think he got raped.
Next caller, go ahead.
Hello.
Hi.
The chat is exploding with requests for you to talk about the story of Gozu Tyler. I was wondering, do you mind if I go ahead and tell that story?
A story of who?
Gozu Tyler. Have you ever heard of it?
How long will the story take?
3 seconds.
Go
bit
ahead.
More. Well, pretty much he rules the wilderness and you can't escape him. And his partner in crime is David Green. And yeah, they just pretty much rule the wilderness. That's all I had to say. Bye.
Okay, I think that was kind of a veiled attempt at a shout-out, which it's hard to fool us. Richard and I, it's hard to fool us. We have had a police helicopter circling this evening, protecting our server. And that's why you have not seen any hacking or clown faces on our website tonight. And we don't expect any. So we'd like to thank you all. We'll take one or two more calls. We've enjoyed our time here on Vaughan Live tonight. And we're going to take another phone call. Welcome to the program.
Hello.
Hi.
Am I speaking to Steven?
You are.
Steven, I was hoping I would get you this evening. I spoke with Richard previously.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of a follow-up to treatment I've been following under his guidance.
Mm-hmm.
I'd called in previously. I was inquiring about a few things that were going on in my life. And the conclusion he had was to guzzle water.
Yes.
I'd like to say that guzzling water has not helped my situation any. I even upped my intake of UFC.
Mm-hmm.
I started watching the UFC on Versus and the Fight for the Troops, the, excuse my rough language, shittier cards. And honestly, it hasn't helped me any. So I've called for your guidance specifically, and maybe even Richard Sr.'s guidance, if he is still with us this evening.
He is. He's in the room. He's taking a break because his last segment was really draining. He really channeled the Holy Spirit, and he just needs to charge back up. But I hear where you're coming from. I hear what you're saying, and my suggestion is, are you on any kind of weight program? Like physical?
I've been lifting weight extensively. I have upped my bench press from 85 pounds to nearly 115 over the last, I think it was probably 3 weeks since I spoke with Richard. That's a significant gain for a gentleman of my size, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And I've even went to the squat. But to tell you the truth, the squat maneuver is really not aiding me at all. It really isn't. It's kind of leading me in the direction that I don't want to go. My thighs are friggin' ripped, but I've got to say...
Oh, Richard, that's not a time to be telling me a joke. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Have you ever heard of a guy named Tony Horton?
Yeah, I discussed this with Richard last time.
Congdon curls?
Those are the videos I liked them at first. Their diet plan, high in protein, which I totally live by. High in protein, I preach that to everybody. But I've got to say, if the guy wasn't so freaking attractive, I'd watch his videos all the time. But I'm trying to get away from stuff like that. So I've kind of...
I'll tell you what I did. I'll tell you what I did. I put one of those videos on, and on my computer, and I used. Are you familiar with Audio Hijack?
Is that like RedTube?
No, but it's a program that rips audio. So I ripped the audio out of the video, and then I put it into an editor, and I took out wherever Tony's speaking, so it's nothing but the music, like the soundtrack to P90X. And what I'll do is pull up to people at a red light, roll down the window, and just nod, and I kind of crank it. And there's cuts in the music.
Getting the old Z28 on the road, knock down the T-tops, and just crank out some P90X tunes, huh?
Yes. It's exactly what you do.
Man, I am outside right now, and my iRock is looking pretty good. I think I'm going to have to do that same thing. But how will that help me in my pursuit to get away from this downward spiral towards the Freddie Mercury?
Sir, you get in your vehicle and you in your 354 big block and you just crank out
Oh,
that.
buddy, it's a big one too. It rumbles.
I'll bet it's thirsty.
Oh yeah. If only you knew.
I think you're doing fine, sir. You don't sound very gay to me.
In the back pocket, buddy. You believe me, you.
You don't sound gay at all.
Hey, man, that's what my wife tells me, and honestly, that's what the truckers at the truck stop tell me. But I can't find myself not fantasizing about it. I mean, I haven't acted on it yet. That's why I contacted you guys, because I wanted to get you early prevention. I heard that was the best case, is just to get it early before you act on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I tried to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly thought you guys were the best outlet for it. Now, I heard earlier in the program there was a something you guys were offering that was kind of new. It was a Richard's package.
Yes, and I'm seeing a lot of twos in the chat, so we're going to have to move along. So, Richard Sr. has a suggestion.
Oh, yeah, please. His guidance earlier in the program, very valuable. I want to hear what he has to say about this.
I think what I would do is go on a heavy diet of cream of wheat.
Okay. Uncle Ben's?
No, yeah, you could be Uncle Ben. No, but I'm talking cream of wheat. With the cream of wheat, actually start getting it on top of that. Use a heavy iron drink mix, like a raisin or a grape kind of drink. Like I say, try
heavy iron and grapefruit. Now, are we gurgling? Are we gurgling any of this before it goes down to try to get the nutrients in the throat quicker into the blood system, or is this completely digestion?
No. But the thing is, if you do a heavy concentration of cream of wheat and some kind of, like, whether it be a grape or a clear grape or a red grape type of grape juice,
all natural.
Yeah, all
Fresh
natural.
wheat.
And then I think what it will be is, after a few days, I think you'll discover what the back door is used for.
Wait, what?
Thank you.
This is a joke call. Hang it up. This is a joke call.
Okay, we'd like to thank the caller. Get in your IROC, drive the IROC. Okay, we have another call. Go ahead. Hello.
Hello to you, sir.
Hi.
How are you doing tonight, Mr. Steven Chilton?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent.
Now this is a story all about how my life got twisted upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Okay, next call.
Hello?
Hi, go ahead.
Yes, my name is James.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, I would just like to say to the chat you guys can ease up on the numbers now. You're making things difficult to read now.
Very wild chat.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, I would like to talk from a personal level. My whole family is Christian, and I'm a teenager. I'm the only non-Christian in the family. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love bands like Slayer. Have you ever heard them before?
I've heard of that band. Yes.
Yes, and my whole family is completely against it. I mean, I'm not against God or anything. I'm not against religion, but they go to church every Sunday. I stay home. You know, I love bands like these, but does this make me, like, not worthy to go to, like, heaven or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Does it make me not worthy at all? Like, it's not like I don't hate religion. It's not like I just don't do anything with it.
Mm-hmm. I have to say that I'll have to let you go, caller. I'm sorry. Thank you for calling. Goodbye. I have now been completely drained. We have done everything we can to help the internet tonight, and it's time to say goodbye to you all now. We appreciate you coming, and we've had a good time here on Vaughan Live, and we look forward to seeing you next time. So thank you very much to all our participants, and we'll talk to you next time, okay? Thank you very much. And
look forward to seeing you next time.
And have a good evening.
Douchebag.
And remember Richard's package, everybody. For $399, we will send you Richard's. I'm going to ban this person. They are ruining the chat for everyone. Ban? Got it. Okay. Thank you very much. And we'll see you later.
Hello. I need real help. Can you please help me real quick before you close off and sign off your show? Is there any way that Gozu Tyler and David Green and Tweet 900, Saber XX, Gozu Tyler and Tweet 900, they are very bad people. They are owning the entire...
Hello? 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 Hello?
Oh. Timmer.
Hello. Hi, I'm calling because RuneScape owns the world. Tweak 900, Gozu Tyler, and